Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan. My name is Liaquat. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Right, we are doing the series of Nazarat by Manflooti. So let's crack on then. So let's explain these words first of all. So let me read the whole text first. إن الذي يطلب الفضيلة ليستكثر بها ماله أو يرفه بها عيشه يحتقرها ويزدريها لأنه لا يفرق بينها وبين سلعة التاجر وآلة الصانع. ليس من صواب الرأي أن يجعل الإنسان حالة عيشه ميزانا يزن به أخلاقه، فإن اتسع عيشه اطمأن إليها، وإن ضاق أساء الظن بها. فكم رأينا بين الفاضلين أشقياء وبين الأرذلين كثيرا من ذوي النعمة والثراء. Right, so here are some words. I'm just going to highlight some of the words which I think are going to be important for us to understand. So, for example, يطلب, it means to request or to seek. Okay, al-fadilata, al-fadila. Right, so let's try to zoom this a bit in if we can. Okay, that's fine. Okay, al-fadila, and this word has come so many times now. So, virtue. Okay, and yastakthira is from the word kathir. So, kathir means a lot. So, yastakthir means to seek. Kathra. Yeah, it's to seek a lot, literally. Yeah, it's to want to increase, basically. So, when you have verbs that start with this seen, have the seen, this called seen lit talab, they call it seen lit talab. Mal is wealth, as you know. Raffaha yuraffihu, it means to make easy. Right, so to make something easy, you say raffaha. Aishahu is kind of facilitate, to make easy, to kind of repair as well. It's used. Aish, it means life, lifestyle. Yahtaqiru, it means to look down upon, belittle. And yazdari means it's a similar meaning. Right, to kind of, to see small, to see something as being small. Yeah, belittle. Farraqa, it means to differentiate, to separate, from the word farq, which means to separate. Then you got sil'a, which means merchandise. Yeah, so it's put merch there, merchandise. Tajir is a merchant, businessman. Yeah. Ala is a tool. Sani' is a craftsman or a worker. So a craftsman, a worker, you call it a sani'. Okay, let's choose a different color. Sawab means correct, the accurate, correct. Ra'i is opinion. Yaj'al, to make. A lot of these words, you probably know them anyway. Insan means what? You tell me. Hala means state or condition. Aish, we've done this. Mizan is a scale. Yazinu, it means to weigh. Akhlaq, this word has come many times before. Character, from the word khuluq. Khuluq. Ittasa'a, it means to be spacious. Yeah, to make space for something, from the word wasa'. From the word wasa'a, yes. So if you're looking for this, you're going to have to look for wasi'a. Wasa'a, yes, wasi'a yasa'u. Aish again, itma'anna, it means to be happy with, happy, content. Wa in dhaqa, it means to become constricted. You have to constrict dhaiq. Asa'a, it means to think. So it means kind of like bad. It's a verb. It's from the word su'. And dhann, it means assumption. So put together, it kind of means bad assumption. Think bad of something. Okay, فَكَمْ رَأَيْنَا بِالْ الْفَاضِلِينَ, it means virtuous people. Yeah, people of virtue. And ashqiya, it means the opposite. Right? So non-virtuous people, wretched people, bad people. Okay, so that's ashqiya from the word shaqi. If you know where some of these words are in the Quran, don't be shy to put them in the comments, guys. Yeah, this way it's going to help you guys and other people as well out there to find certain words and benefit as well. Radhalin is from the word radila or radhala, yeah, which means people who are low down people. Yeah, low, like poor, very poor people, or people who are looked down upon. Kathir, dhawi ni'mati, dhawi means someone who possesses, and ni'ma means like luxury, bounty, luxury, rich people. Thara is rich. Okay, so that's done now. So let's look at the translation. So he says, إِنَّ الَّذِي يَطْلُبُ الْفَضِيلَةَ, indeed the one, يطلب, who requests, seeks, al-fadila, virtue, لِيَسْتَكْثِرَ, in order, the one who's going after virtue, li here means in order, يَسْتَكْثِرْ, to increase, biha, with this virtue, biha, with the virtue, مَالَهُ, his wealth, meaning a person who goes out seeking virtue simply just to become richer, or يُرَفِّحَ بِهَا عَيْشَهُ, or he simply just wants to make his life more easy, comfortable life, عَيْشَهُ, يَحْتَقِرُهَا وَيَزْدَرِهَا, will belittle fadila and yazdari, and look down upon it. Meaning, if your aim in life in fadila is just to use it as a bridge to make more money or to have a luxurious life, then you're always going to be looking down upon fadila, virtue. لأنه لا يفرق, لأنه, so لأن, because he, لا يفرق, does not differentiate, بينها, between it, meaning fadila, وبين سلعة التاجر, and between the sil'a of a tajir, the merchandise of a businessman, وآلة الصانع, and the tool of a craftsman, a worker. Right? So you won't be able to differentiate between what virtue is and between the goods of a businessman. ليس من صواب الرأي, it is not from the correct opinion. أن يجعل الإنسان, that a person makes حالة عيشه, the state of his livelihood, living, ميزانا, a measure, scale, يزن به أخلاقه, by which his character is measured. Meaning, a person should not make the measure of life richness, basically. Right, so the richer they are, the better they are. So you might see someone driving a very fancy car, and that by that you measure this person must be a very good person, good character, has a lot of patience and thankfulness. No, that's wrong. Right, so you might get someone who's rich but unfortunately has bad character, and you might get someone who's poor and has good character. فَإِنِ اتَّسَعَ عَيْشُهُ, so if his livelihood, it grows, and it becomes an expanse, becomes widened. So Arabs use this statement to mean like to become like rich, or you have lots of material things. Itma'anna ilayha, he becomes happy with it. So when you have the word itma'anna and you have ila, it means to become happy with it. Yeah, so he's like satisfied with it. Itma'anna literally means to be at peace, like itmi'nan. And then if you have ila next to it, it means to be at peace. It means to be happy with something, content. وَإِنْ ضَاقَ, when it becomes constricted, like when life becomes constricted, you become poor. أَسَاءَ الظَّنَّ بِهَا, he begins to think bad of fadila. Yeah, so if he becomes rich, he thinks good of ilayha, fadila. And if he becomes poor, he starts to think bad about fadila, that having good character isn't a good thing. Right? So that's not really true. فَكَمْ رَأَيْنَا مِنَ الْفَاضِلِينَ, because فَكَمْ, how many, رَأَيْنَا, have we seen, بَيْنَ الْفَاضِلِينَ, between, amongst the virtuous ones, فاضلين, أشقياء, people who are bad people, wretched. وبين الأرذلين, how many have we seen amongst the أرذلين, the people who are considered low in society? كثيرا من ذوي النعمة والثراء, those who are كثيرا, who are ذوي النعمة, who possess luxury and richness. So أرذلين here in that case would mean someone who's like low in character, very bad person. How many bad people have we seen in society who are actually ذوي النعمة والثراء, rich people? So he's kind of like showing over here of this idea that why is this guy upset at being truthful? He's saying, well, if you see truthfulness as a virtue, as a bridge to just become rich and to make your life easy, then that's a wrong thing, that is. Because then ultimately you're just using it as some sort of materialistic tool. Otherwise, virtue is something which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives people, and whether you're rich or whether you're poor, a person can have virtue. Right, so we should never use this as a mizan, of a scale by which we measure people's character. Okay, so let's look at some sentences here now. So for instance, like, okay, ليستكثر بها مال. I like this sentence. In order to increase his wealth. Like you might want to say, استكثرت من الخير عندما درست العلم. استكثرت من الخير. استكثر زيد من المال حين بدأ التجارة. يرفه بها عيشه. So this is a good one as well. رفه يرفه, to make something easy. So to facilitate, to make easy his life, comfortable. So you might want to say this. هذا شيء رفه عيشي. هذا العمل رفه به عيشي. يحتقر is okay. لا يفرق. So you might want to use لا يفرق بين كذا وكذا. زيد لا يفرق بين الطين والذهب. المسلم لا يفرق بين الفقير والغني. ليس صواب الرأي. It's not right to think. It's not a right opinion. It's not a right opinion. So ليس صواب الرأي. You might want to use this as well. You might want to say ليس صواب الرأي أن يحترم الإنسان الأغنياء ويسيء إلى الفقراء. Okay, so you might want to use something like that. Put in the comments as well any sort of sentences that come to your mind as well. ميزانا يزن به أخلاقه. This is a good one. جعل زيد المال ميزانا يزن به الناس. جعل الإسلام التقوى ميزانا يزن به مراتب الناس. فإن اتسع عيشه. That's a good one. اتسع عيش زيد بعدما بدأ التجارة. اطمأننت إليها. So I was happy with it. ضاق أساء الظن به. عندما رآني زيد أساء الظن بي. عندما رآني زيد أساء الظن بي. When Zaid saw me, he thought bad of me. Okay, right, so let's have a look at maybe some explanation in Arabic then. Okay, إن الذي يطلب الفضيلة. Okay, so إن can be translated as والله. So والله الذي يبحث عن الفضل أو الخصائل العالية. الخصلة العالية. ليستكثر بها ماله. ليزيد بها ما عنده من الأموال أو الدنيا. أو يرفه بها عيشه. أو يصلح بها حياته. يحتقرها ويزدريها. يحتقر ويزدريها يعني ينظر إليها بنظر الحقارة. أو يعني لا يعظمها. نعم. يستخفها. لأنه لا يفرق. لأن هذا الشخص لا يميز بينها وبين سلعة التاجر، بينها وبين يعني مال التاجر وآلة الصانع. وآلة الصانع يعني آلات الصانع، مواد الرجل الصانع. I think what kind of other Arabic word. Think of an Arabic word you can use for صانع besides صانع. عامل. Yeah. تاجر you could use بايع. ليس من صواب الرأي، ليس صحيح أن يفكر، ليس من صحة الفكر، ليس من الفكر السديد أن يجعل الإنسان أن يحسب الإنسان حالة عيشه يعني وضع عيشه، وضع حياته ميزانا معيارا نعم يكيل أو مكيالا يكيل به أخلاقه. trying to think of some words without trying to come up with some tough words. أخلاقه يعني خصائله الحميدة. فإن اتسع عيشه، فإن صار غنيا فرح بها، وإن ضاق، وإن قدر عيشه، وإن صار فقيرا أساء الظن، بدأ يلومها. فكم رأينا، فكم يعني ما أكثر ما رأينا بين الفاضل، بين ذوي الفضل أشقياء، يعني أناس ذو شرار، وبين الأرذلين، وبين الذين يعتبرون من أشقى الناس. كثير من ذوي النعمة، كثير من ذوي النعمة، كثير من أصحاب العيش العيش العالية الفاضلة والثراء والغنى. Okay, so the Arabic one wasn't the best one there. Right, let's look at some questions for you guys then. Okay, so questions. Number 1. ما المراد من طلب الفضيلة؟ It's a bit of a tough one. What's meant by طلب الفضيلة؟ 2. كيف يرفه الإنسان عيشه؟ Okay, so how can a person make his life more comfortable? لماذا لا يفرق بين الفضيلة وسلعة التاجر? What's the reason why he doesn't differentiate between it and between the sil'a of a tajir? Number 4. كيف يسيء الظن بالفضيلة؟ So كيف يسيء الظن بالفضيلة إذا ضاق عيشه؟ طيب, this is one for you now. ما رأيكم في الفضيلة في المجتمع اليوم؟ What's your opinion about fadila in today's society? Okay, guys, so question left up to you. You try to answer it and let me know the answers in the comments. Jazakallah khair. If you have any questions as well suggestions, put in the comments. Thank you to our patrons for supporting my channel. If anyone wants to become patron, support my channel and likes the work that I do, please consider becoming patron. It helps me a lot. And I will see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.